You had a real messed up childhood.
I had an odd childhood. It was a lot more messed up than I thought. Apparently, according to the team of doctors.
No, when I see your biography on TV and stuff, it was so. I mean, I was kidding about it before, but it does sound kind of sad. I mean. You grew up in a car.
I like that music. Keep it going.
Your dad. I was watching either some Jim Carrey biography or something, and it was like your dad was. Don't cry.
Yeah, the lip's already going. Right?
Your dad couldn't hold a job. You and your whole family lived in a car and had to like be janitors together.
Yeah, but you know what? Through that
came the man you are today.
We had some tough times.
Yeah,
sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
Was there any sort of like, hey, we're on an adventure kind of thing about it?
Honestly, at the beginning, when my father lost his job, I was pissed. You know, it was like one of those things. My dad, how dare the universe?
Right. He's the smartest guy in the world. How could that happen?
Exactly. Well, the thing was, he wasn't happy. He would come home and just, that damn guy, man, I tell you, one of these days I'm going to,
Right.
So I don't know what happened. Who knows? Maybe he was miserable there.
All you know is you ended up living in a car.
Exactly. Well, I ended up, sure. And like trying to be the adult and trying to take care of everything.
I'm fascinated by this.
Yes.
I mean, because people know you lived in a car.
Actually, we would go around to, one time for a while, we pitched a tent on my sister's lawn in the country. And then for a while, we went to campsites around, Ontario. Right. We'd use the facilities there. And we actually had a lot of fun. We had more fun there than we did when we were doing this job that we didn't like.
The janitor job.
Yeah, the janitor job.
And
which was amazing, by the way.
What do you mean?
Unbelievable experience.
So your dad was the janitor, your mom was the janitor,
we were
and you were the
janitors and security guards / security guards. And every day,
the whole family.
My father would come to relieve me from my 8-hour shift, and there would be a new hole in the wall in the office, shaped like my fist. And I'd have some trumped up excuse. The buffer, it flew out of my hand.
But you would punch the walls. You were so angry.
Yeah, man. Yeah,
and how old were you?
I was 15.
Wow.
And they used to, the factory workers used to mess with my head by like taking, defecating in the sink. And
Did you clean up the duty in the sink?
I had to clean it all, man.
I
had to do the whole thing, but the whole time I was singing and I was dreaming.
I mean, that's really screwy.
Oh, yeah.
You had to be angry with your old man. Like, hey, once
I guess
you got
I was for a while, you know, but my dad was cool, man. My dad, you go. That's the one thing about therapy. They kind of focus you on like, what did your parents do? What did they not do?
Right.
What did they not give you and all that? And yeah, sure. I mean, in certain ways, they made me grow up fast.
Right.
But the list of what they did for me was so enormous.
It's a sad story.
I don't think so.
No.
I honestly do.
I do.
I mean, I have a very positive attitude about those sort of things. I really think that, it's that old theory of the moth being born out of the cocoon.
All right, so you have
the more
a
the struggle, the stronger you are.
You are strong now.
That's right. I'm Deepak strong.
Now that you have a lot of money, do you, as a result of growing up poor, now that you have a lot of money, now that you're a superstar, and you make $20 million a film.
Yeah.
Is this still pressure for you? Or you just don't care anymore?
You always want to do well. You know, I mean, you want to stay in the business. I mean, but I'm constantly just coming up with ideas and throwing them in. So
if you hire Jim Carrey for a movie, you're paying for a guy who can ad lib. So
I'm
you're
a writer. So
and let you do your thing.
Yeah.
But what's it like for the other actors? Like I know when I shot. When I shot my movie, they said to me, "Don't ad lib here because it's crucial to the story, and you gotta."
Really?
They don't know exactly.
I hate that. Well, yeah, unless it's like, on the page, like friggin' Shakespeare, and unless it's something like, like Charlie Kaufman's movie that I just did. It was pretty on the page. It's like that guy writes, everything means something, know, so you don't mess around with it too much. But there's still opportunities when, when you do scenes where,
like Ace Ventura, you got to go wild. That's
Ace
what
Ventura,
people.
You got to keep it alive. You know, the best stuff is the stuff at the last minute. Whatever.
Like when you talking with your ass.
Thank you for all your cooperation. By the way, do you have a mint?
No one's going to write down he talks with his ass.
No.
You just say, I'm going to talk with my ass.
Exactly.
And I mean, because you'd be embarrassed to put that
was born on In Living Color, actually, that whole bit, because I was angry at Keenan one day.
Talk to me through your ass, please. Thank you very much.
No room here. Otherwise, I would do a soliloquy.
Right.
Want a movie like The Majestic or...
No, that's you got to get serious.
Yeah, you got to get serious, but there's still like when you have little moments of life together, they'll say, okay, you're in love and you're running through a field, whatever it is. You have to create create moments. Those things are hard to do. Honestly, I
Thanks,
wake up
because-
every day and I open my eyes and I go, I'm doing this amazing thing for a living.
It is great.
It sounds ridiculous, but I'm constantly pinching myself and going like, I can't believe this.